This one I've been waiting for a while. It just had that different vibe about it that looked pretty cool. But now I've got it. Was it really worth the wait? My name's Kanan, and this is Space Tales. Engage. Story. This one's actually based on kind of facts, if you like. The kind of sending dogs out into space, it did actually happen, and unfortunately most didn't survive. Now you play as B that manages to actually survive, that is cast into the unknown and has to explore planets to basically survive. It's not a bad story, and I think I'll come back to explaining it in more detail later on because of how it's told. Well, colour me pink, and I am really glad it's not just your standard platformer puzzler, and that the dev have actually taken a little more time using the world and the dog they have so lovingly created. So firstly, there are loads of things to bear in mind while you play, and obviously as you play. More abilities and skills are even unlocked as you actually continue through the game. Things like camouflage for stealth, which actually works well, but sometimes there are alternative routes to be found, and this kind of makes it easier, and those stealth bits kind of not useful. But this doesn't happen all the time, obviously. You're a dog, and as so you actually have senses like smell, hearing and the like. And these do actually play a part in solving puzzles and also getting around the alien world and combating enemies. But Space Tales is definitely a platformer, and you will be doing that a lot. And this part does actually work well enough, but apart from the cuteness of the dog, it kind of holds little extra to, what has come before, what you would expect from a platformer. Luckily, there is more to this than just platforming. For instance, and trying to say a little spoiler free, you'll be getting help in the shape of companions, and yes, this actually has a practical use within the game, like hacking consoles and pesky robots, enemies, and all these have various results. And it works, and while again it's nothing completely new, it does still feel different enough to hold your attention for longer. Do go ahead to hold your attention for longer and hit that like and subscribe button for more weekly content. And then there's the otherworldly species who, you have to communicate with using a series of doggy barks, rolls, jumps, wag of tail, and the like. And if the aliens like what they see, that sounds rude, they will respond in 3 ways, shown by an indicator, and this can result in indifference, anger, and joy. This to me felt a little weak, and it's normally easy to work out, and once you have found what works, you can just spam that response, just the one response over and over again. I can see what they were trying to do, it just felt a little weak to me. Next up, puzzles! And yes, they kind of felt a little standard for the most, but did have some standout moments and some big boss puzzles, as I like to call them from now on, and yeah, they did actually feel rather rewarding to complete, and took a little bit of time to actually complete them. Nothing too taxing, but it was pretty decent. The standout part of this game for me though is the story, or the way it's told. Voiced nicely and told in them picture slide things, but it's actually quite well done.
The capsule is destroyed. B is cast out into space. A comet floats amidst the debris.
Control-wise for Space Tales do take a little while to get into, but works well once one is used to them. I had no problems with the platforming and found the use of mud to get past some obstacles and enemies rather cool. Kind of like a dog version of Arnie in the Predator movie. Visuals and sound. So visually it looked good, and there were nice details here and there, and the dog as a whole was animated well. There was the odd looking animation here and there, but mostly pretty decent stuff. Sound was okay, and obviously the outstanding moments, well, for me, is the voice storytelling, and this was done, for me, rather well. The score. In short, Space Tales tells a good enough story and combines enough elements to keep it interesting. Although it can get a little samey here and there, for me I'm glad I played it, but I have to say it did not resonate as much as I really wanted it to. And that's why I'm giving Space Tales a still pretty decent 3.5 out of 5, and I feel I can still recommend it to fans of this genre. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button for more weekly content, and feel free to leave your comments down below if you've got any on Space Tales. And if you wish to take the conversation further, why not come and visit us in our community Switchhead Discord. The link is down below. Thanks for watching, and be safe out there, because life is better when we switch together.